Aloha, beautiful soul. So, I recently came up and created a new tool that really supports us with transforming old energy and patterns. And I really felt to come on here and share it with you. So, what I created, and it sort of happened just speaking it out loud, right? And that's how a lot of new things come through us, is um, using the tool of an energetic car wash to literally clean and clear and purify old energy and old patterns. So it comes back in pure and empowering. So I'll share a little bit about sort of how you can apply it, right? And I'll share my personal experience as well, so that you can look at your own life, right? So I've been really looking and observing energy and patterns and observing when my energy tends to have a pattern of contracting, right? Or, going small or hiding. And there was one word in particular that every time I heard that word spoken, my energy would contract. It would go small. It would want to hide, right? And I couldn't quite figure out the root of it. And the mind, the ego can create stories, right, of what happened in the past, or this or that, but it actually keeps us stuck in a loop pattern, right? And so it got to a point where I literally was ready to, like, I just put my foot down and it was like, I'm done. I'm done hearing that word and allowing that word to affect and impact and influence my energy. I'm done with going small. I'm done with hiding. I'm done with contracting. And especially every time I hear that word, right? And so I'll share what that word is in a moment. Yet it's not that important, because it's more important for you to look at everywhere in your life where your energy shifts, right? For you, it may not be a contraction or going small or hiding, it may be something different. But the more we can observe our energy, and the more we can be aware of when our energy shifts and how it shifts, and it means that we have more power, right? If we can observe and be aware, we can do something about it. If we're not observing, if we're not being aware, we can't do anything about it, right? We can't choose to shift the energy or choose to shift how we show up. So that's sort of the first step, right? In observing and becoming aware of your energy at all times. And then observe when it shifts, and observe if there was a trigger, right? Whether it's a trigger word, a trigger energy, a trigger environment. Really observe your energy in all environments, with all people in your reality. Looking at all the words that you hear or the activities that you do, and really observing what supports you with opening your heart more and expanding your energy and expanding your consciousness, right? And feeling infinite and abundant and free and floating, versus when you feel more contracted or want to hide, or really pay attention to your energy. And if you want to use the car wash, I'll share my example, because you can use it to cleanse old patterns, to cleanse old energy, right, and purify it. So for me, the word that I kept hearing where my energy would want to contract and go small was power. And it's funny because we're talking about power, right? I can talk about it now. Yet, before I sent the word power to the car wash, it like that word had a power or a hold over me, because again, and we're not going to get into story here, but I observed that I always associated that word, the word power, with an abuse of power, right? Based on past human experiences that aren't important right now. And so when I literally put my foot down and was like, no more, I'm done with this old pattern. I'm done allowing this word, this silly word, right, that has no meaning, yet my ego attached a meaning to it, and I wasn't able to clear it on my own. So I needed to send that word to the car wash and just be like, all right, I'm getting rid of that word. It's going to the car wash. I'm not using it. And instead, what I did was I replaced that one word with 4 words that for me felt like they embodied the word power, yet they also supported me with keeping my energy expanded, right? Keeping my consciousness expanded and keeping my heart open, which is important. So those 4 words for me, just to give you examples of how to, take this and use this in your own reality, those 4 words that I replace power with is self-assured, conviction, unwavering, and the depth of inner connection, right? And so for me, those 4 words encompassed it all and supported me with becoming powerful without using that word. And so the moment I declared to my universe, like, no more, I'm done, send that word to the car wash, I'm replacing it with these 4 words, then my universe brought through stuff for me to clear, stuff for me to see, stuff that I had pushed and suppressed so far down deep into myself that was buried and needed some support in coming to the surface. And when I sent it to the car wash, it was like, oh, we're going to cleanse this from inside out, right? We're going to allow this to come up, and we're going to actually show you what you weren't willing or able to see before. And when I sat with it, when I felt it, I cried. I was a victim for a moment to 2 or 3. But then I moved through that energy. And when I came out the other side, and this happened quickly, right? All of a sudden I felt more powerful because I no longer associated, because I cleared the energy of what I associated that word with. And 2, the word power for me now is pure. It's pure power. It's pure love, right? It's pure divinity. And so I can now embrace my own power from inside and share that with everyone else as well. And so I invite you to use sort of my experience, my example, and this cool tool now called an energetic car wash that just sort of came out of nowhere, to use that when you're finally ready to be like, I'm done with this old pattern, I'm done with this old energy, I'm done with dimming my light, right? Send whatever that is to the car wash and then be ready, because whatever that was associated with that is going to come up to be purified, to be cleared, to be cleansed, to be seen and felt, right? And to move the energy through you so it no longer has any power over you. So may this little sort of experience story tool support you in navigating through the depths that we're all experiencing, right? The last couple of eclipses have really brought us deep within ourselves, and it's excavating, and it's really digging up the old stuff. And so may this energetic car wash support you with really facing the deep stuff, with more support, with more love, and with a new tool that may support you in navigating through it. All right. I love you, and have fun.